Hello again, everyone. So, today I want to talk about goals and why having goals is perhaps one of the most important things anyone can do to be successful at life, to achieve what you want in your life. So, there are a few different models around goals, but the most popular model is what we call the SMART model. Now, SMART, S-M-A-R-T, is an abbreviation, which I'm going to talk about right now. So, goals, goals, goals. If you don't have goals, you are not setting yourself up for success. It is really that simple. Why are goals important? Well, first of all, every single successful person in the world got to where they are because they have goals. Goals hold you accountable for your mission in life. Goals can give you purpose. They give you a sense of purpose, actually. Goals give you a sense of purpose. Goals also make what seem impossible possible. Okay? How many people have a dream that they want to accomplish in life, but the dream seems too big, too outrageous, or someone has come to you and say, "Oh, I want to do this," and you've just thought, "Well, that's impossible. You can't do that. That's way too ambitious." Well, goals actually help you with that mentality. They actually break things down and help you to get into your power so that you can achieve what seems impossible. Because of course, if you're going to set yourself up to do something to change the world or to make a difference, and set yourself something that seems impossible, of course it seems impossible without milestones, without goals to actually help you along the way. Okay, so what you want to do is you want to break that vision into manageable steps, and this is where goals come in. So a person without a goal is like a ship in the ocean without a compass or a destination. Ultimately, the ship will sink. And same with people. If you don't have goals, you will sink. You will be held in that victim mentality where the world is against you. You think everyone owes you something because you're not taking accountability for yourself. There are a lot of people out there in that sort of mentality, and vice versa. Okay, with goals, you don't feel like anyone owes you anything. You work to make sure that you can get exactly what you want, and you'll strategize and you'll put systems and things in place so that you can achieve what you want in life. Okay, so how can you make goals work? So this is where the SMART model comes in. So as you can see, the SMART is abbreviations for specific things to make goals easier for you to remember and to implement. Excuse me. So I'm going to go through these one by one. So S in SMART stands for specific. All right. So who, what, where. So specific, for example, might be I want to achieve. I want to earn. $100,000 a year. That is a goal, and that's specific. You've got a number there. Or I want to lose 20 kilos. All right. So the 20 kilos is the specific goal. So you want to get down to specific what it is that you want. I want to run a marathon. Okay. That's the goal. Okay. That's the specific of the goal. Measurable. So quite simply, you can't improve what you can't measure. So what you want to do is you want to set milestones. Excuse me. For example, if you want to lose weight, for example, your measurement will be the scale. Okay. On top of that, you might even add measurements into what you eat. For example, if you do want to lose weight, and you want to watch what you eat, you might want to measure your calorie intake. You might want to measure your macro and micronutrients. You might want to, if you're going to the gym, you might want to keep a measurement of how many sets you're doing at what weight and so forth. So you want to have measurements in place so that you can measure your goals, measure your progress. Some people do a scale of 0 to 10, especially with my anger management clients when we go through goals. I frequently ask them, so when you first came to me, where you at? And a lot of the time they say, oh, I was probably at a 1 or a 2, where 0 is the worst and 10 is like the best. And a few sessions in, oh, where are you at? I'm probably about a 5 or a 6, so there's an improvement. Okay, a noticeable improvement because we're measuring it. Achievable, A, the A of SMART is achievable. So you want your goals to be achievable. You want them to be challenging. You want them to test your boundaries, to push your boundaries. But at the same time, you don't want them to be impossible. Okay? If, for example, you say, I want to earn $1 million a year, and you know nothing about finance, you're on a $50,000 a year job, and so forth, it's probably not achievable that you're going to all of a sudden be earning $1 million a year. Okay? Whereas if you have, I want to double my salary within the next 2 years, that's more achievable. Perfect. What do you need to do that? Do you need to learn, what skills do you need to learn in order to start doing that? Okay. Same with weight loss, for example. I want to lose 100 kilos in a month. Yeah, no, that's not going to happen. All right, that's not achievable. But let's say you want to, start by losing 3 kilos in 2 weeks or 3 kilos in a month. That's achievable. Okay, if you really want to challenge yourself, maybe I want to lose 15 kilos in a month. Very, very challenging. Okay, you really be putting your mind, body, and spirit to the test on that one, but it's achievable. So the good thing about achievability is that you can set the intensity of how achievable you want the goal. Now, people who are more ambitious will have the achievability dial a little bit higher than people who are less ambitious. But at the end of the day, it doesn't matter. As long as you have something there that is achievable and that growth happens, that's what you want. Relevance. Okay, your goal has to be relevance. That's the R in SMART. So how closely is your goal connected to your vision, to what you want? Okay, for example, let's say you want to you run a marathon at the end of the year. Okay, but your goal is to write a book. Okay, that's not relevant. It has nothing to do with running a marathon. Okay, so what you might do is you might you'll research, you'll learn about running a marathon. Okay, but you want your goal to be relevant to you, to your goal, to your mission, to what it is that you're trying to achieve. Okay, you want your goal to be time bound. Okay, you want to set yourself a date to hold yourself accountable. Now, this is very important. It's very important that you set a date, you set a finishing date. Okay, and it's important that you do your best to achieve it. Okay, so you need to have a time for when you want to achieve your goal. Now, the reason that time is so important is because if you didn't have a time frame, it will go on forever and ever and ever, and you could make excuses. Oh yeah, I'm still working towards that goal 10 years down the track, and you're not making any progress. So you have to have a time. Put a time on it. Okay. So how do you know what goals to set? Well, it really depends on the individual. What is it that you want in life? What is it that you're working on? What is it that you're working towards? Okay, big or small, it does not matter. Goals help make the impossible possible. Okay, Jeff Bezos, the owner of Amazon, setting goals has helped him become one of the richest men in the world, one of the richest people in the world. There are parents out there who have, a dozen kids, and they're very successful, and they have successful careers because they set themselves goals. They know what their purpose is, and their goals are aligned with their purpose. Okay, and that's relevance. They're relevant. Their goals are relevant. They're aligned with their purpose. Okay, so set yourself goals. Now, I haven't got it written down here, but what you want to do is you want to set yourself short, medium, and long-term goals. So I'm just going to put this back. So short-term goals are generally within a year and up to a year. Okay. Now, short-term goals are things like, I want to get a pay raise this year of 10%, you know, so forth. I want to move into a bigger home. I want to get a home loan. Whatever your short-term goal is, okay, I want to lose X amount. I want to run a marathon by the end of the year. These are examples of short-term goals. Medium-term goals are generally 3 years, 3 to 5 year goals that you want to achieve. So, for example, you might be looking at starting a business. In 3 to 5 years, you might want that business to start becoming profitable. Okay, you might want to go to university and become have a career change. Okay, those are 3 to 5 year goals. Okay, because there's a process there. There's action that has to be taken that's long term or longer term than short term goals in order to make those achievements a reality. Excuse me. Long term goals, 10 years plus. Okay, long term goals are things like, how do you want to, how do you see your career going in 10 years? You might want to be a CEO of a company. You might want to be earning 7 figures in 10 years time. Perfect. Okay, perfect. How can you make that happen? And then what happens is, as you start going out in time, your short goals start aligning with your long-term goals. So, for example, you have a 10-year goal to own a multi-million-dollar company. What do I need to change within myself in order to make that company a success? What success do I need? Okay, what do I need to change in terms of my mentality? I need to have a success-oriented mentality. What do I need to change in terms of my body? What do people in that industry do to help them get to that point in their life? How can I match that? How can I align my goals with what they did so that I can have the same thing? So you see the importance of goals. Milestones makes the impossible possible. Okay? Gives you a sense of purpose. All right? Whatever your goal is, okay? Use SMART goals in everything in life. Go over them every week. Look at your goals and reflect on your goals. They can change in time. That's perfectly fine, perfectly normal. We are creatures of change. Okay, and our goals will change in time. That's another thing with goals. They can be flexible in the sense that as we learn new information and gain new experiences in life, goals may shift. All right, now it's important to stay focused on the big picture, so on the broad plan of what it is that you want to achieve in life. Okay, and those goals will likely, if they're aligned with who you are as a person, will likely not change. But the method, the how, so the why won't necessarily change, but the how might change. Okay, how do I get from where I am now to that one? Okay, these are my goals. Okay, I've achieved that goal. Now what? Okay, then I have to do that. Now what? Okay, then I have to do that. So you're continuously setting new goals. Okay, this goal is no longer serving me anymore because I've learnt new information. I'm going to shift my goal a little bit to do that. And for example, diet is a classic example of this. There are so many diets out there. All right, there's ketogenic, there's high carb, there's paleo. There's there are so many diets out there. Okay, what is it? The blood type diet as well, which some people do based on their blood type, and so forth. Okay, so you might have a goal that you're going to stay on this diet XYZ for X amount of time until you lose Y kilos. Okay, and you find that it's not working, and so you have to shift. You have to shift your goal. You'll have to shift your diet. Okay, and there's nothing wrong with that. Okay, so we do need a little bit of flexibility with our goals because we have to be adaptable. We're adaptable creatures. Okay, so in that particular example, I'm talking about diet. Now, the diet may or may not be the goal. the goal might be to lose weight, but nonetheless the diet would be the sub goal. Okay, and you'd still apply your SMART principles to your sub goals. For example, you want to lose 20 kilos in the next, let's say, 3 months, and to do that you want to set yourself a goal that you're going to stay on a ketogenic diet. Okay, and you find that that's not working for you, so you're using a SMART goal. I'm going to do a 12-week ketogenic diet. Okay, and that's a goal of yours, but you find that things aren't working, and so you need to shift that. Okay, so set yourself goals. Setting yourself goals sets you up for success. Okay, there is no reason, and in fact there is no excuse why you can't achieve whatever it is you set out for in life. Setting yourself up for success with SMART goals is paramount if you want to have a fulfilling life. Okay, and you have that power, you have that capacity. You are an amazing creature. We are all amazing creatures. Okay, there is nothing different between you and the successful people in this world. The Oprah Winfreys, the Tony Robbins, the Elon Musks. There is nothing different between the two of you except mindset. Mindset is the only thing that sets you apart. Okay? So start SMART goals today. Don't procrastinate. Write it down. Okay? Get a pen and paper and write down your SMART goals. Make sure your goals are specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound. SMART goals. Set yourself up for 1 year, 3 year, 10 year. Okay? Now, I hope you found this video helpful. Once again, feel free to like and subscribe. If you do find that you want to make a booking with me, you're more than welcome. My website is www.alexrodriguez.com.au. My details are on there. And I will see you guys next week. Bye.